Good morning, Year 8. Welcome to this morning's assembly. The purpose of this assembly is to get you to start thinking about your subject specialism choices for when you start back with us in September as a Year 9 student. Now, it seems like quite a long way away. We are still only halfway through our current academic year. However, you will get the option to choose 3 subject areas that you really do want to specialise in next year. Alongside our core kind of offer for you as a school. This assembly aims to just talk you through that process, show you what you need to do moving forward, and gives subject leaders the opportunity to tell you why you should consider picking their subject specialism. So technically, you are still within our Key Stage 3 cohort of students because you are still in Year 8, albeit halfway through now. And next year, you are still going to be part of our Key Stage 3 cohort. However, if you look at the screen, the time between Year 8 and 9 is really important for us as a school because it allows you, as I've mentioned already, to start to select 3 specialisms that you will focus in on in Year 9 to give you a flavour potentially of what you then select at the end of Year 9 as part of your GCSE option choices. Now, it's really important for me to say out loud now that the specialism choices that you go on to pick for Year 9 don't have to determine what you choose then at GCSE. Okay, you can see them as a bit of a try before you buy kind of scenario where you think about 3 subjects that you want to get more information about, experience a bit more before you then go on and select your GCSEs. Your GCSEs can be some of the subjects that you pick as part of the Year 9 specialisms, but you do not have to pick the same subjects in a year's time. Okay, so in Year 9, you are still going to have 13 lessons within the core subjects. And if you look at that on the screen now, that's 4 maths, 4 English, 4 science, and 1 religious studies lesson. And that's every week. We're also going to ask you to carry on with many of the foundation subjects that you are currently already studying. So 2 hours in both geography and history, 2 hours in your language, an hour of PSHCE, which will involve some computing, and 2 hours of core PE. That is your basic, standard, statutory education starting in Year 9. So that core offer that you've just seen is going to be enhanced by selecting 1 subject from each of the specialism blocks that you can see on the screen now. If we take 1 option from each block and add it to that core offer of 22 hours, it brings us up to that round figure of 25 hours of lessons per week. So your job over the next week or so is going to be to select 1 subject from those blocks. Now, the first block you can see is the performing arts specialism. You will select either drama, music, or PE from that block. In this middle, you've got art and design as a specialism. We've got 2 art classes because of how popular it is, and a textiles class, and you will need to pick 1 of those 2. And then lastly, in our design technology specialism, you will pick from either hospitality and catering, which is our food technology option, design technology, and photography. This slide aims to show you what 1 random student has selected for their options. So from the performing arts specialism, they've picked drama. From the art and design specialism, they've picked textiles. And from the design technology specialism, they've picked hospitality and catering. So those 3 green boxes will be added to their 22 hours of course lessons and make up this student's 25-hour period or timetable for Year 9. Now, I just want to reiterate 2 things to you. This student may well have picked 3 things that they are really keenly interested in doing across the year, but they may also have picked subjects that they don't intend to do at GCSE. And that's really important for you guys to remember, please, that these green boxes on this particular example don't determine the student's GCSE options, and your selections will not determine yours. You might find that you enjoy a subject so much that you do want to carry on with it at GCSE when you make those choices next year, but please remember, you are not bound by your decision to do that now. Okay. Okay, so you are actually going to use part of your Sims app to make your choices. There's going to be a tile on your Sims app soon called Sims Options. And once you've logged into that area, the screen will look relatively similar to what you can see on the screen now. There will be a space for you to make your option choices. Now, for each block, you will need to select your preferred or first choice option. They will then show up in blue on this area of Sims options. You must then select a reserve subject for each option block, and that will essentially then turn orange. Now you should, before you submit anything to us to check, you must make sure, please, that you've got 3 blue first choice options and 3 orange second choice options. Whilst we would really like to guarantee each of you a place on your first choice option, due to health and safety, and some subjects having a capacity or a maximum number of students that can be in a classroom at any one time, there may be the need to move some of you around to your second choice option. We will limit this as far as we possibly can. If that does happen to you, you will though be placed on a waiting list for your first choice option, just in case a couple of people have a change of heart and would like to change those first choice options. Once that has been submitted to us, so your 3 first choices and your 3 reserve choices, you will eventually be notified by us through a letter that will come directly to your email address. You'll be notified of which options you have been allocated to. Okay, now I would urge you very, very, very carefully and very importantly to make sure that you speak to somebody at home, a parent or carer, about the options that you are going to select, making sure that you pick the correct 3 for you. Whilst we want you to try and experience potentially something new, you want to try something before you then go on and do it at GCSE, we do believe and feel that really strongly that it should be something that you enjoy doing and something that you know that you're going to make a success, because an hour a week for a year is a long time to study these subjects. Okay, now on the next few slides, you are going to hear from the heads of subject or some teachers of the subjects that you are going to be able to select from. They're going to outline to you why their subject could be a potential option for you. So that it gives you a greater sense of what's going to be covered across the year and whether or not you think that option is right for you. Now, look, I wish you all the best of luck in selecting your options, okay, and look forward to working with you once your decisions have been made and making as sure as I can that you all receive those first option choices. But for now, I will say goodbye and I'll introduce your first subject teacher now. Thank you.
Good morning, Year 8. My name is Mr. Sheldrake and I'm the Head of Performing Arts here at Holmer Green Senior School. And this morning I am talking to you about drama as a potential option for your subject specialism. Now, the big difference with drama in Year 9 is that you get one lesson every single week. Now, for those of you with a particular passion or interest in drama, I imagine that's exactly what you're after. But it's not just for those students who are interested in drama specifically. It's also for those students who are interested in collaborating with others in creative ways, having a creative outlet, but also those of you willing to develop confidence and, by doing so, working with new people and exploring the world of drama. Not only will you learn about how to create performances in different styles and different genres, but you'll also look at how performances are made and the technical and design elements of a performance. Ultimately, the work will consist of 2 main areas, and that's the practical work and the theory. Now, in drama being drama, a lot of that work will be practical and it may be individual, but more likely it will be with group work and working collaboratively with others. However, there will be theory as it does reflect the course and those of you willing to take it further into GCSE. If you do have any other further questions, please feel free to speak to me. You will find my office in the drama studio. Thank you and good luck.
Hello everybody. So why should you pick music as your Year 9 specialism? Well, music is an exciting and creative specialism. It allows you to develop your knowledge and skills through both practical and theory-based learning. Whether you play an instrument or sing, or you're completely new to music, this course is designed to help you grow and explore your potential. Throughout the year, you'll focus on your chosen instrument or voice while learning how to compose your own music. You'll delve into the history of blues music, one of the most influential genres, and have the opportunity to perform as part of an ensemble. This will help you build confidence, teamwork skills, and a deeper understanding of musical styles. Whilst music is mainly a practical subject, there will be some classroom-based theory to support your learning. Regular homework will be set, and there is an expectation to work hard, but the lessons are engaging, supportive, and designed to be an enjoyable way to develop your creativity. Music is also fantastic for your mental health, offering a way to express yourself, reduce stress, and build your confidence. So whether you're a complete beginner or already experienced, this is a great opportunity to challenge yourself and have fun and come and be part of a creative and inspiring environment. So if you are interested in choosing music as your Year 9 specialism and would like more information, please feel free to come and speak to me. Thank you.
Why should you choose this subject? You should choose this subject if you are passionate about sport, have an interest in how the body works, and want to learn how to improve health, fitness, and your sporting ability. However, this subject is not just for students who already excel in PE. It is for all students who enjoy sport and just want a greater understanding of the importance of sport and a healthy lifestyle. What will you learn? You will learn about the muscular and skeletal systems, types of fitness and how to train them. You will also learn about mental health and well-being, the importance of PE and an active lifestyle, and how to maintain a balanced diet. This will include creating your own training program and analysing a food diary. This learning will lead to improvements in your own sporting performance. How will you learn? Topics will be taught in both theoretical, classroom-based lessons and practical lessons, with a variety of tasks linking to sporting examples. You will complete a workbook throughout the year, which will be supported by a variety of practical lessons.
Hi everybody, today I'm going to talk to you about the option or specialism art and design, which is pretty much a bit of everything. If you choose art and design, you'll have the opportunity to work in a huge variety of different materials. Some of those materials will include doing some photography, so drawing with coloured pencils, drawing with lead pencils, textiles, a bit of ceramics, which is working with clay, some ICT, working on the computer, bit of design using mixed materials, and it's basically a chance to sample everything all in one specialism. You'll learn about a range of different artists, and you will have the opportunity to think really creatively, think outside the box. There'll be some homework that you do have to complete, which will enable you to be independent, which is a requirement of the course. But the art department expects you to work hard, but we're going to be working hard with you at the same time. But it is a fun environment. It teaches you lots of life skills. If you like to think differently and creatively, art and design maybe is the course for you. What we would suggest is if you want to pop up to the department and have a look at some different types of artwork, we will also be giving you some opportunity to look at the different specialisms within the lesson time, and staff are available sometimes if you make a mini appointment with us to go through one-to-one if you have any questions. But we will be going through all of the specialisms during lesson times. We're going to put a lesson time in with the entire time so that you can ask any questions that you've got. But art and design, in a nutshell, is a bit of everything. Have any questions? Come and speak to one of us. If you choose textiles, you're going to have the opportunity to work with materials. Some of the work that you might be looking to produce would be weaving, hand embroidery, machine embroidery, felt making, some costume design, costume makeup, and loads of other things. You're going to be learning about colour mixing and the properties of colour. You might be looking at how colour affects mood. You might be looking at properties of the colour wheel, complementary colours, how colour is used in industry, in the fashion industry. You'll learn loads of things that you perhaps don't already know. So it's going to be quite fun and different and new. This is an option or a chance to experiment and see how new materials work and the properties of different materials. Lots of students that take textiles at the moment literally love felt making because it's a little bit messy, and it's fun. It's obviously going to be hard work. There will be some work that you have to do in your own time to create a level of independence, which is required in all of the art courses. But I'm sure that if you choose textiles, you will find it very varied and very different. If you want to know more about textile design, we will be going over everything that you need to know during lessons. If you would like to see some additional examples of current textile work at GCSE or A-level to get excited about it, then we can organise that. But we will be spending an entire lesson to make sure that students understand the difference between art and design, textiles and 3D. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email one of the art staff. And in a nutshell, textiles is about colour, it's about pattern and it's about fun.
In catering is an absolute essential for life. Okay, no one can argue how important this is as a life skill. So if you have a passion for cooking and nutrition, this is definitely the subject for you. And it's going to give you lots of theoretical knowledge about the hospitality and catering industry, as well as allowing you plenty of time to develop your practical skills in planning, preparing and cooking a huge variety of dishes. You're going to develop food preparation, cooking skills, problem solving, planning, communication, organisation and time management. You'll also learn about the industry itself. And focus is going to be on learning about different types of providers, legislation, very, very importantly, food safety, and different roles and responsibilities within that sector. You're also going to develop lots of practical skills as well to meet your clients' needs. So imagining it from a really kind of business point of view. Lessons will be a combination of practical and theory, and you will be expected to bring your ingredients each week that you are cooking.
Okay, so my name is Mrs. Nichols and I'm just going to talk through with you some of the information on this slide about design and technology. So using the headings that were on the PowerPoint, I'm going to go through and explain why and what and how you will learn in design and technology. So starting off with why should you choose design and technology? Firstly, if you've enjoyed your D&T lessons so far, if you enjoyed making your maze in year 7 or your light in year 8, that would be a good reason. If you enjoy practical lessons, and you're interested in designing and making your own products, it might be that you're considering a possible career in some sort of design or manufacturing job or career. And at the moment, there's a wide variety of careers you could choose from, and they're very, very much in demand at the moment. So it's a very good career to go into off the back of design and technology. So thinking about what you're going to learn, first of all, you'll be sort of developing your drawing skills and learning how to generate sort of creative ideas. And then you've got to learn how to convert those ideas, so those drawings you've got on a piece of paper, actually turning them into a product. And learning how to shape or join materials to enable you to create those designs. There's also lots of ICT work. We use computers for drawing as well as for manufacturing. So some of the parts might be cut on the laser cutter or on the 3D printer. So we need to use the computers to be able to manufacture those parts. There'll also be some theory which we'll learn, which is going to be sort of behind that designing and making. So learning about the materials that you'll be using, learning about where they come from, learning about their properties. You can't design a product that you want to be waterproof if you don't know what materials are waterproof and which materials would be the right ones to use. You have to learn about those materials to be able to make successful products. Also, really importantly, we'll be looking at how those materials impact the environment. So that's obviously a big thing at the moment. Lastly, how will you learn? So not every lesson will be a practical lesson. There'll be some lessons where you're doing some research or you're doing some designing, or we might be talking about the theory behind what we're doing. So it's just saying about looking at the materials or the environmental impact. But the majority of your time will be practical, but not all of it. So lastly, I just want to say, if you've got any questions about selecting D&T as an option next year in Year 9, please either come and see me or Mr. Jenkinson down in the workshops, or you are welcome to drop me an email, or your parents could drop me an email, and we're more than happy to answer any questions. So if you need anything else, to know anything else, please do get in touch. Thank you.
So if you choose photography as a specialism subject, you will have the opportunity to learn the basics about composing a simple photograph. You will be using your own device. We do have some cameras. We have something called an SLR camera, and you'll learn about all the functions and the aspects of using an SLR camera. But you will be doing quite a bit of the photography work using your own device. You don't need to go out and get a camera of your own. All aspects of the course will be provided. You're going to be going onto the computer quite a lot and using an industry package called Photoshop. It's an absolutely vast package. You will be learning the basics of it, and you'll be learning how to take your own photos, how to manage those photos, how to make a simple filing system for photos, how to download photos, how to store photos, how to use to save files effectively so that you know where everything is. And ultimately, you'll be taking photographs and using Photoshop to make creative decisions about your the work that you produce. And you'll be learning quite a lot about other people's photography as well. So you'll be learning about a range of famous photographers' work. There will be some written elements and some annotation about your own practical work. Everything will be kept as a digital sketch pad. There will be a little bit of physical manipulation, which is taking photographs and doing more artistic things with them using art-based materials, but it will be mostly using ICT. The likely room that it will be taught in is T7. What it isn't is just taking selfies on your phone. It is thinking about how to make creative choices. Whoever's leading the course will help you and model whatever you're doing. You don't need to have a background in photography in order to study it and really, really love it. If you've got any questions, please see Mrs. Hearn up in the art department. And if you want to know anything else, ask questions. Okay.
Hi again, everybody. So now you've watched all of the videos from those subject leaders or subject teachers about your potential specialisms. It's really time for you to go away, talk to those members of staff, talk to your family, and think really hard just on your own about which of those specialism options is going to be right for you. Try where you can to think about your future or your potential career pathway. Think about which of those subjects you most enjoy, and then make your decisions according to the timeline that you can see on the screen now. So on the 4th of March, you will have been sent or will be sent some instructions on how to use the Sims option app or Sims option tile, sorry, on your Sims app. And once that goes live on the 6th of March, we're going to give you just over 10 days or so to make your selections by Monday, the 17th of March of this year. We will then get back to you, hopefully within 2 weeks, to let you know which of those specialisms you've been successful in securing. Hey, thank you so much for listening. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care.